Plus, more opportunities to win weekly prizes from local businesses when you click it to win it. Download the 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida app today at Google Play or the Apple Store.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
When it comes to building smart and roofing right, TK Vandy's is the name you can trust. They're your go-to for general contracting, design build solutions, and top quality roofing. From concept to completion, they deliver excellence on time and on budget. Whether it's a custom build or a complex renovation, they've got you covered, literally. Call TK Vandy today and build something better together. TK Vandy, built with purpose, roofed with pride.
You're not dreaming. Krispy Kreme's new donut collection brings together the crunching joy of Oreo cookies and the melt-in-your-mouth magic of Krispy Kreme. Introducing the new Golden Oreo and Chocolate Oreo donuts, plus the classic Oreo cookies and cream donut. These donuts are 100% fun and craveable. Krispy Kreme donuts in front of HCA Hospital, 23rd Street, Panama City, and on the Ross Clark Circle in Dothan. Krispy Kreme donuts since 1937, where you get 'em hot.
Experience a higher level of service. David Adamson Designer Jewelry has been providing you the very best of fine jewelry and repair in Lynn Haven for over 32 years. David has added Amber Anderson and Russ Klinger, names you've known and trusted in PCB for years with your fine jewelry and watch needs. Find that one-of-a-kind engagement ring, that special anniversary gift, or something colorful just for you. Amber and Russ will find it or build it for you. Serving Bay County and beyond in Lynn Haven at the corner of Ohio Avenue and 9th. David Adamson Designer Jewelry.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe, ESPN Northwest Florida.
The locals love it.
Lights, camera, action.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Do you know who I am?
Live and local inside the J. Michaels studio.
People know me.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Make you sweat. Yeah. Yeah. Get in. Well, good morning. Welcome to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida, the home of the Auburn Tigers. This Wednesday, Andy Bertram, Auburn, Nevada, right here. What time is tip-off? I think around 6:30. I honestly have to look. I don't know. I'll tell you in a little bit. But anyway, I talked to Andy the other day, or texted me. He said this is his last show Thursday, and he'll be jumping into baseball. And we don't cover all Auburn baseball. We do football and basketball. So we'll miss him until we get him back in August for getting ready for Auburn football. Good morning, Jim Brandt. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine.
You're looking fine there. James, you doing okay back there?
Doing all right. The Nevada game is at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Auburn. I put my money on Auburn. Bet the house on it. Auburn's going to get it done. Get that 20 wins. Jason Kovaleski, Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? Yeah, we all do. Where can we go to make that happen, Jason?
23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village, or Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
All right, I got to ask you both. How is your spring break, and what's the deal with the everything's going on? Do you think it's bad as it's been in the past, or better?
I stay off the beach, so I wouldn't know. I stay in
Smart
town.
man.
I stay on 23rd Street and work the store and go to the house. Work
It seems
out.
like this year's more towards the west end of the beach. Thomas Drive's been not bad at all.
We haven't seen the traffic as much. We usually get an increase in sales, but it's just I haven't seen any really increase, and it's kind of slowed down. People I think are staying, at least locals are kind of staying away from the mess.
Well, even look at the gas prices. People can't afford to go out. We were in Birmingham during spring break. Went and saw my daughter, and I was just shocked how much it costs to eat up there. Homebrook.
Go to California.
Vestavia Hill, some of those places. Now, Panama City Beach restaurants' prices are a lot cheaper than up there, which I thought would be the opposite, but they weren't.
Which angers me because this gas has already been paid for, so they've already increased the prices on something that shouldn't have been increased until we actually had to pay the increase in pricing on oil. I don't want to get too far into the weeds on that one, though, because we could talk about that all day long. But it went from $240-something to $370, I believe I paid yesterday.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping you get more people from out of town to shop at Pier Park.
Oh, yeah. The in-town store does really well, so there's the other options that people can go to. So, well, we're still doing well. It's just, we haven't seen that increase like we usually have with, some of the tourists that come through Pier Park, and the locals are staying away from Pier Park for the most part.
Jim, you're out in the west doing the beach. How has it been? Has any wildness happened?
It hasn't been too bad. I kind of echo what Jason's saying. It's always going to be busy by Pier Park. Always, there's always going to be traffic, but it hasn't been unbearable like it's been in the past. There have been a couple of years like, oh my goodness, you couldn't go anywhere. So I don't know if it's no alcohol on the beach for the month of March. I think if maybe that sent some people away. Maybe the gas prices being up, but see a lot of I don't know how much that affects it. It affects it once they're here. But they already got those rooms paid, way in advance. So I don't know if that affects as much as you may think, but it hasn't been too bad. It's always going to be a little hectic, but
I also think there's more of a police presence out there, and I think that may deter some people from even coming. I mean, you're still going to get families. Families don't really mind that. They probably are attracted to being in a place that has a little bit more of a police presence, but I think some people were deterred from coming down this time around.
Hopefully we won't have any of that take over the beach kind of mentality that we've had.
No more shootings.
I think
fight like a man.
The sheriff and the police department, Panama City Beach, those two guys doing a great job. They made it clear. I think they even have commercials in other parts of the country where you come down here, you have to break the laws, do something you're not supposed to.
Well,
be in jail.
the one that we did know about was they had that kid he wasn't even involved in the fight, but he shot his gun off in front of Rocket Lanes.
Yeah, that upset me.
It's a long story, but
they found him quick, though.
They got him up on 331 somewhere. They got him in Holmes County, and they found the bullet casing because all the police cars in the parking lot turned their high beams on and physically looked for the shell casing and found it within a couple of hours. So that guy sitting in jail, he never thought he was going to.
Tell you what, that was a huge mistake.
Yeah,
they're gonna.
He put the gun in the bushes by that Circle K over there in the corner where everybody seems to have.
Just be smarter than that. Come down, have a good time, do your thing, but put the guns away. We don't have to kill each other.
All right, I saw this pretty interesting. I thought they combined Power 4 teams with combined football and basketball conference winning percentage. I didn't realize that Michigan was the number one team in the country and number one in the Big Ten with an 86.4 winning percentage. I guess their basketball team's carrying them.
They're really good. I mean,
they're good.
They're one of the top 3 teams in the country.
We're going to find out how good they are Friday. All right, they're going to play a real team Friday, an SEC team. How many teams made the final 32?
Out of what?
Final 16, 6 are from the Big Ten.
I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about
4
the 32, 8, and now we're down to 4.
And probably lost the best team out of there already to Iowa.
I can't believe Florida. That made me sick.
And I know you don't follow them, but Ohio State beat Iowa in the Big Ten tournament, and Ohio State lost the first game of the Big Dance. How do you? I was watching that game and going, "There's no way Iowa is going to beat Florida." There's no way.
And I don't think anybody foresaw that.
Well, they had 9 seed, something like that, 9 or 10.
But Florida last year was it Clayton Jr. they had that just made big shot after big shot. They just didn't have that guy this year. They were really good.
Their bigs are good.
About a 10, 15 game stretch, but early in the year they weren't shooting the three very well. Defensively, they didn't defend the pick and roll very well. And Iowa's best player was like 0 for 9 from 3. I mean, it's not like he was lighting it up and just carried the team. But Iowa's played against Michigan, Michigan State, Purdue, Nebraska. They've played some really talented teams. So even when they got down 2-4, they weren't panicking. They knew they just trusted their system. Florida made some bad defensive errors, especially late in the game where they came up and took the point guard and left the guy for 3 wide open with 4 seconds left. That's just a bad error.
Yeah,
so they made a lot of mistakes, and their guards just weren't like elite this year. I mean, they weren't great shot makers like you see from Arkansas and Acuff Jr. That kid can play.
Yeah, he can.
Watch out for Arkansas.
Arkansas is sneaky good. The one thing I'm worried about for them is just defensively. I mean, they're still a little disconnected on that end of the floor, but they can shoot it with anybody, and that's what you want this time of year.
Look at the coaches that seem to always get there. He's won
Izzo,
St. John's,
Rick Pitino,
Calipari. He's unbelievable. Pitino's unbelievable, man.
I thought he was unbelievable is Ralph Sampson. What he did at Houston. I mean, Houston's not a blue blood program, but every year they're there, and if you watch them defend. They play with relentless effort every single game.
Yeah, they play hard.
All right, at number 2, when you combine football and basketball, conference wins percentage is number 2 Virginia. I didn't know that. 85%. They're good in basketball.
Yeah,
they've had their football coach is really good also. Duke, we all know about Duke basketball. Football's been good recently. 84% or 84.7. Ohio State Buckeyes, their football team, I think, behind all this, 800. Alabama is basketball, not football. The football won 11 games, but lost 4. Ohio State, again, was number 4. Number 5, Bama, 799. Arizona has to be basketball. Football's been pretty good lately.
Yeah, but basketball, man, they're so good. I think
they're
about 80% of people's brackets to win it all, and rightfully so. Those guys are so talented. They got a couple of freshmen that are just, they're going to be NBA superstars one day.
They were right under Bama, 798. Texas Tech. They got the billionaire. They can be good whatever they want to be. Girls softball.
That was a big win for Alabama. I mean, they crushed.
They killed
Texas
them. I
Tech.
watched that game. They destroyed them.
If they can play like that, they're going to give Michigan a game. Michigan plays really well, but sometimes they don't have the firepower to.
SEC versus Big Ten. I feel good about that one. Texas Tech 788. Texas A&M at number 8, 743. Basketball was built up to be good and really wasn't like we thought.
They're solid. I mean, they were middle tier. They're like Ohio State basketball.
Yeah.
Football
did good well.
Yeah.
Miami, football and basketball is good this year, I guess.
You got to give their basketball coach a lot of credit. I think they won 7 games last year. This year they won 24. Jai Lucas.
Who's that?
Jai Lucas. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Does that billionaire give money to the basketball? I'm sure he does.
I'm sure. He's a super fan. He's going to pay for whatever they need.
Number 10, just your top 10. If you combine football and basketball. And their football, I still cannot get this through my head what has happened in the last 2 years in Indiana. The Hoosier movie, they'll have one day of this Indiana football program that should blow away that movie. What they have done is incredible. I'd be like Vandy winning a national championship in football.
Ironically, their basketball program is one suffering.
That's what I don't understand. You would think basketball would be still a power.
They had a chance to get Dusty May, but they didn't want to fire their coach too soon. Michigan scooped him up. Dusty May was a trainer for Bob Knight, and he has Indiana ties, and they didn't pull the trigger. They kept their coach a year longer. Michigan got him. They just hired somebody else. He hasn't been very good, so they have all the money in the world, and those are like Kentucky fans when it comes to basketball. But it seems like a lot of the resources are coming to football.
We got to talk about Kentucky sometime today. That's all right. In the SEC, just real quick, I'm not going to go. We only have a few seconds. Georgia was the top one in the SEC football mainly. Vandy, they've been good in basketball, football. Texas was next. Then Florida, not football but basketball, got them up there. Oklahoma, Tennessee, Ole Miss, Missouri. And I'm wearing my Missouri shirt today for Bill and Sue. Kentucky's only 40.3. They're terrible in football. Basketball, they spent $20-something million on their roster. And look where they're at. We'll talk more about that.
Just goes to show you it's not always
money. Arkansas.
Not always the money.
Arkansas, if it ain't good at anything, it's because of the basketball program. And LSU, man, LSU basketball has been terrible. Football, They spend
Also
over
terrible.
$40 million.
Yeah.
They spent $40 million in this roster. They ought to be pretty good next year. Auburn football's been a joke the last 4 or 5 years, which is unheard of. Basketball was a big disappointment this year, but they're going to get their 20 wins. That's good. Auburn's at 25.7. Mississippi State in at last place, and their football coach is on the hot seat. I'm sure the basketball too. Is South Carolina. It's 17.4.
Yeah.
Wow. That's not very good. Anyway, let's talk about something. Jason, I want to start out Max Fit Sports Nutrition. If you're taking medication, my roommate and I were talking about this the other night, last 2 nights because I've had some issues. Every pill you take, there's a side effect.
Yeah.
Okay? Not only that, if you drink alcohol every day, you're not going to live very long. If you intake a lot of sugar, it's going to wind up causing cancer sooner or later. And it scares me to death. I'm a sugar freak. I'm trying my best to fight it every day. I like sweets, but I've been better. I've been a lot better. But you got things down there to help with cholesterol you can do naturally. You also, what about the sugar? There's things down there you can take that are sweet, people would like, but then loaded with sugar?
We have a lot of snacks that are really good that are alternatives to maybe like eating, brownies or candy bars or stuff like that. We have a lot of protein bars that are really good. We have protein chips that only have like 4 grams of carbs in them. But if you're eating a lot of sugar, you should really start incorporating berberine into your diet. Berberine is
what is that?
It's something that's been used for thousands of years by China, Japanese, back all the way through history to balance glucose levels out. So the reason you become insulin resistant or diabetic is when you eat a lot of sugar and your body has to produce insulin all the time, it just stops producing it. It gets worn out and it's like, man, I can't produce this. And what insulin does is clear glucose out of the bloodstream. So when you clear glucose out of the bloodstream, it shoves it in the cell for energy and you're actually utilizing it. When it can't do that, you become insulin resistant. It makes your blood real thick. It gets stored into fat more, so you gain weight. It causes high blood pressure, causes high cortisol levels. So when you incorporate bourbon, it keeps your body producing insulin very consistently, and it helps clear that glucose out of the bloodstream.
Do you think that, like growing up, my parents didn't know anything about that, so we ate a lot of sweets. Do you think the parents just don't understand when they let those kids eat all that sugar and stuff like that, what it's doing to them?
No, we're not educating people anymore. I mean, when you go to school, it's all based on, testing and all this to, keep them moving along. But when's the last time you heard anybody learn about food or nutrition? Even doctors don't get, taught about food and nutrition when they get their medical licenses. Yeah. So it's just something that we've avoided, and the food industries have paid a lot of money to trick people into eating certain things like sugar. We were told for 20 years that carbs were good for you and fats were bad. That's totally wrong. That's what made America fat the last 25 years. So you can come down to MaxFit. We can kind of talk to you and help you lead you in the right direction. We have an InBody 570, and those are extremely good tools. It's like a DEXA scan to help us keep showing you results and help us adjust your diet. And we can put you on a plan, put you on a supplement regimen that can get you healthy and lose weight and build muscle and get your numbers back in order. If you have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, we can help you in any way.
All right, we'll be right back. You listen to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Coach Coffin, Rutherford High School. We'll hope to get him in just a second.
While other radio stations are playing national contests with winners in Timbuktu, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has real local winners.
Hi, this is Dave Meek from Panama City Beach.
Bona fide and certified local.
Man, that's fantastic. Oh, goodness.
Keep listening to Win on the Gulf Coast.
Hell yeah, let's do it. I just won $250 for 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Anna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Tuesday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a moderate breeze out of the east-southeast. Some clouds and 74. Mostly clouds tonight, colder at 58, and a wind around 13 miles per hour coming out of the east. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and a gentle breeze right around 8 miles per hour with a high of 71. About the same at 73 Thursday, and we'll have sunshine. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Ready to dance? Right now on Hard Rock Bet, new customers get paid double winnings on your first 10 bets, and we'll keep you dancing all tourney with 2 profit boosts for every day of hoops. That's right, all customers can get a parlay profit boost and a live bet profit boost from now till they cut down the nets. Double winnings, daily dancing boosts, only on Hard Rock Bet.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Your goals matter, and at Anytime Fitness Panama City, they're ready to help you crush them. With expert coaching, personal training, and virtual workouts through the Anytime Fitness app, you'll have all the support you need inside the club and beyond. Limited time only. Join today for just $1 down and start your fitness journey now. Don't wait. Visit 107 West 23rd Street, Suite W8, or call 850-818-8184. Anytime Fitness. Let's make healthy happen.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michael Studio.
They got something that money couldn't buy. I was noticing when you come down the stairs that you've got pretty legs.
All right, I'll tell you a story without a happy ending.
Y'all following this?
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Just a reminder today, if you're over in Lynn Haven, get out to Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. Pat Perno, City Commissioner, over there does an incredible job. You want some great food. Watch all the sporting events that are happening throughout the country right there at Beef O'Brady's. And you're already down that way. Head out and see Russ, Amber, and Patrick. David Adams, you want some jewelry? Matter of fact, if you want to make some money, you got jewelry you want to sell back to them. Gold and silver is going through the roof right now. Go get you some money. Better yet, go buy some more gold and silver. And make sure you go to David Adams. Russ, Amber, Patrick do an incredible job. It's Tuesday. It's Rutherford Day. It's Coach Coffin Day. Let's get him on here. Coach, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, guys. How are you?
We are outstanding. Did you have a good spring break?
Well, yes, we did have a good spring break. Did you guys have some time off?
Yeah, we went up to Birmingham. Jason went to this nude beach, and where's that at? Where's that at, Jason?
It was at Max Fit. Worked every day. It was amazing.
Oh, my bad. I wasn't supposed to say that. Jim stayed right here and didn't do anything. Didn't y'all go down? Did y'all travel? Did y'all stay here? What did you do? Give us a rundown what's going on at Rutherford.
Yeah, we went down to Tampa and played 2 games. We won 1, lost 1. We beat a pretty good program from Oklahoma, a storied program apparently, and we played a pretty good game against them and got a win. We went to Busch Gardens and Top Golf, and we had a really good time with the guys. Team bonding experience, and
I
had
like
a good
that
practice yesterday and ready to get back at it.
Go back now. So y'all playing down in Tampa. Where'd you stay at? Where'd you stay right there near the interstate, or where?
We stayed on St. Petersburg.
Okay.
We played at Baseball City. It's a former. The Rays used to have spring training there, and then they shut that down. And these guys took it over, and then they're running this little spring break thing for about 20 years.
When they have those tournaments like that, do they help y'all at all with travel costs, anything they tell, or they just say, "No, come play"?
No, they just say, "Come play."
Wow, that's awesome, man. I'm glad you did it for the kids. Get down there and do that. That's pretty cool. All right, go back before you went down there. We talked to you, and to you right now. Everybody healthy. Everybody good. Everything's been going pretty good.
Yeah, everything's been going pretty good. I mean, we've had. I got to talk about one of the hottest hitters, I think, in the state right now for us. Kalen Wynn for us, our shortstop. He's the week before we left for spring break, he hit 2 home runs along with like 2 or 3 doubles, and then we went down to Tampa and he kept it going. He hit 2 triples that I think would have went out at a normal high school field. These fields are pretty big, and then followed it up with 2 or 3 more hits. So he has got to be one of the hottest hitters out there right now, and he's been leading us.
What year is he?
He's a senior.
Okay. All right, what do you got going? Who do you got this week?
We got Freeport tonight at Freeport. We have a team from Arkansas coming down Thursday at our place, and then we got Bay High at our place on Friday.
All right, got 3 this week. You got this. We came up with the perfect pitch count number. We're going to change this. We're going to get this changed. We have come up with the number
What is it?
115. The magical number is going to be 115. What do you think?
I like it. I like it. I would like to have those extra 10 pitches sometime.
Yes. Yeah.
The Alabama pitchers threw 140 pitches the other day against Florida in that no-hitter. I was like, wow, that's a high number there.
Well, I didn't realize this. Every state has a different pitch count.
Yeah.
You know, so we were talking, I think Coach Jones and I were talking about yesterday that we were like, who came up with this magical number? And we really, I guess, do you know who did?
Max Preps, baby.
Probably so.
I mean, how do they know 110 or 105 is the great number? That's what I said. Let's give them 10 more.
Right. I mean, I think it's just kind of their educated guess looking at it. But, I mean, you got guys that hit a wall at 85, and you got guys that can go 150, like you said, guy through the no-hitter against Florida. So
do you think
there's not an exact science to it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was going to ask, do you think that implementing these pitch counts has actually lessened injuries? Do you see that? Or do you think it's just we're just throwing darts at a wall and hoping for the best?
I think it puts a pretty good control over it.
Yeah.
I don't know about lessen injuries, but I think it prevents maybe some coaches that might have abused players in the past and, like, maybe throwing them 115 2 times in a week or something like that. Like, I think it prevents that sort of thing.
That makes sense.
And keeps kind of a full control over it.
But let me ask you this. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not a baseball guy. But if you, say if you were a freshman, your pitch count is 100. Sophomore, 105. Junior, 110. Senior, 115. Then people will go, well, you might get a freshman come in that's 6'4", 200 pounds.
Like the Walton County kid.
Yeah, like Walton County, or like Cooper Moss.
Right.
Shane Funk.
Or should they look at the weight and height or the weight of someone? Do you like the idea of having it broke down differently, or it's a lot easier to just pick a number and stay with it?
Yeah, when you go, because weight and height, you're kind of, you don't want a kid like putting too much stress on them at a young age. But yeah, I mean, people a lot smarter than me need to figure that one out to get the exact science on that. But
yeah. I
think the system they got right now is a pretty good one. I don't have too many complaints about it, and it kind of keeps these coaches in check and allows for an even playing field.
All right. Well, listen. Do y'all need any fundraisers? You need money, anything we need to talk about to help y'all out, pay for that trip, or do you already got it paid for?
I think we got it under control. I mean, anybody want to donate to Rutherford Baseball, we're never gonna deny it.
All right. Hey, let me ask you this: there's 3 games you look at realistically. What do you think? Can you get 2 of them? Can you get all 3 of them? Can you get one? What do you think? I mean, you want the kids to think you can win them all, but realistically, do you feel pretty good about these 3 games?
I feel so. The Arkansas one, I think they're a pretty good program, but it's hard to tell exactly what level they are. Freeport, we played them tough the first time. We were, I think it was a 1-0 game going into the 7th inning, and they ended up winning 4 or 5-0. Kind of the same deal with Bay High when we played them the first time. So I think both of those games are winnable games, and especially the Bay High one, we're going to have to find a way to figure out how to beat that team if we want to win a district championship. So, yeah, I think 2 out of 3 this week would be a great week moving forward. Build off some of the momentum from the spring break trip and kind of start playing really good baseball down the stretch and be a tough team to beat in districts.
We've got about 3 weeks to go. What surprised you so far, not just with Rutherford, just baseball in general here in the Panhandle of Florida? Is it as good as it's been in the past, or is it a little bit down this year? Y'all play a lot of games now.
I think we, across the pan, I feel like there hasn't been like sometimes you go play some of these teams and they're a cakewalk, or I think it's been pretty solid across the board in the Panhandle. We might not have a team that, in South Walton obviously is the top tier, but beside them, I mean, I don't know if we have the top team that we have, but across the board, man, I think the talent is spread out pretty well, and we haven't really played a cupcake.
That's what Jason and I were talking about. It seems like it's more evened out this year than years past. But what about Bozeman? Now, Bozeman seems to be pretty good, too.
Yeah, I think they had kind of an off night when we played them, but man, the talent that they have, and I know Coach Norman's doing a good job in his first year. We got them, I think, next week coming up, and they're always a tough test. I think they're up there. I know they played South Walton tough this year, so they're kind of right there with them, if not just a notch lower.
Yeah, South Walton's on a totally different level, it seems like. I tell you, Bozeman's good, too.
South Walton's played two of the top 10 teams in the country. They played IMG Academy, which we all know from football.
That was a heck of a game, too.
Yeah, they lost 5-4. They're the number 3 ranked team in the nation, so they're just at a different level. They had some seniors coming in this year that could be Major League Baseball players.
I felt bad about that. I was going to try to go to give a pep talk before the game. I didn't make it, so I felt like I cost them. I think about the talk. I think Nick really wanted to pay me big money to come do it, too.
Probably.
Yeah. Hey, Coach Coughlin, thank you so much.
I think we need one of those pep talks.
There you go.
Hey,
not from him, though. Don't trust me.
I'll send you the bill first now. It's got to be paid in advance.
You got to pay for his lunch forever.
With M&Ms and Dr.
I'll see
Pepper.
what kind of donations we get off this call, and then see if we can afford.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you next Tuesday. Good luck to you, buddy. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Good luck, Coach.
Coughlin. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. Dr. Ward, love him. The guy's incredible.
Is he all right?
Yeah, I got to talk to him. We'll talk to him tomorrow at 7:30.
At the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, him and his son went
awesome.
down there.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I go in there today. They're taking out stitches today. I'm going to see him today. Hopefully, I get to talk to him. But we'll talk to him tomorrow at 7:30 for sure. If you have any kind of problem, it doesn't look right, feel right, skin cancer can be deadly, go get it checked out. All it takes is about 5 minutes. He's got office throughout the Panhandle, and honest to God, he's the best man. He is so much better than people down in Southwest Florida.
He's a good guy, man.
You go down there and get operated there.
Him.
They put you back in the room, and you wait forever. I think they were charging by the shot. Come back in, numb you up, cut a little bit more, send you back out, come back and do it again.
He helped me and my mom through COVID when a lot of doctors were not prescribing certain things and not, recommending certain things that were working. So I have a ton of respect for him.
Yeah, amen.
It's somebody you can go in and talk to, and he's going to give you an honest, the truth.
Well, that's what I was getting at. That South Florida, man, I think every shot, I think they were making more money. He gets in there and gets it done.
Yeah.
He is really good. He's smart. He really knows what he's doing. Go see Dr. Ward. Don't put it off. Honestly, 5 minutes can save your life. Also, don't forget about the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant on Thomas Drive. Today's special is black beans and quesadilla, but they got the best seafood, ice cold beer. There were people from all over the Southeast there yesterday for lunch. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. And yes, you like Mexican food, and who doesn't? We love it. Pepper's Mexican Grill on Panama City Beach. We had another one in town on 77 is outstanding. We finally got one here in Panama City Beach. Every Monday's Military Day, 10% discount. Don't forget their house margaritas. They're huge. They're strong, too. Really good. Buy one, get one free. Draft beer, the same thing. If you're on spring break, you love Mexican food. Pepper's Mexican Grill right there on Panama City Beach Parkway, I guess. Is it called Parkway? Yeah. I screwed up. Yeah, Panama City Parkway. Be right back. 104.3. It won't be the last time. We get back. Jim Brandt, FSU. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
The chaos lives here. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida presents March Madness.
Living up to its name, the Madness. 3, top of the key. Got it.
Catch every upset, every buzzer beater, and every heart-stopping moment of the NCAA tournament.
Whitewater, he's going to take the 3, and he hit it again!
Your home for the Big Dance is right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
That right there is the explanation point.
Crawfish season is back, and the heat is on at Lone Star Boil House. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for delicious, mouth-watering Cajun crawfish, shrimp, buttery red royals, and everything crab. Plus, Lone Star Boil House is now serving liquor. Get crawfish 6 days a week, open to close. To-go crawfish also available at the front bar, and crush the follow on Facebook for frequent food and drink specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
This is Patrick with Turf Pro Pest Control. Do you want a great-looking lawn? Call Turf Pro. We will come out to your property and make a customized plan for your lawn. Then we will do the most important part, execute that plan. Turf Pro is a locally owned and operated company. We take pride in making your lawn beautiful. Call Turf Pro. You will love your lawn. The blue and yellow trucks make your lawn green. Find us on Facebook at Turf Pro PC.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
If aliens showed up tomorrow and said, "Take us to your leader," you'd bring them to the Coach James Hale Show.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger.
Live from the J. Michael Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! Hey, you want to have a great time? Get out to one of the 4 newbies. All you spring breakers, you know you can head down to the mothership. But check out the other 3. Get down there, the newbie 2 on the curb, watch all the baseball games, basketball games, everything's going on. Head on down to the mothership any day because Charlotte's going to have the best entertainment in the Southeast every single night during spring break. And, of course, the new one, St. Andrews, the big, beautiful blue facility. Go out there and have a great time. If you don't want to come to Panama Beach, you can do it right over there. I got to say this. Sam McClurkin and we grew up together. Today, he's been in heaven 2 years now. So Sam and his wife, love his wife and them. Just saw a picture of him, made me sad. But he was a great man. He actually signed with LSU out of Jeff Davis High School in Montgomery, Alabama. Had concussions and couldn't play more, and then finished his career up at Auburn where his dad played ball. But anyway, Sam, we love you, and we miss you. All right, Jim Bob, what do you got for FSU?
All right, it's been a while since we've been on here. It's got to bring us up to speed a little bit. Baseball and softball doing very well. But let's talk about baseball first. They're 19-4. They're ranked number 11 in D1. At least the last one I saw. They may be. I don't know how often they change their rankings, but they're 19-4. They're doing very well. They're playing the Gators today. Excuse me, in Jacksonville. They've already played once in Gainesville, got beat 6-3 2 weeks ago. Struck out 18 times. We talked about that one. Can't believe that. But they're playing in Jacksonville today against the Gators. And then this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like they always do in baseball and softball and college, they got one team they're going to play. They're going to play Duke 3 times, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's baseball. They're 19-4. They score a ton of runs when they do well. They shouldn't have any issues. Softball's even, record-wise, is doing even better. They're 28-4. They're ranked number 10 in D1 softball. Again, I don't know if that often those come out, but they're number 10. They're playing North Florida today, and then they have Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They have at Clemson, and Clemson's in the ACC, and they're pretty good in softball. I want to talk about a girl for Florida State. When I saw this, this got to be a misprint. It's got to be a typo. Their shortstop, her name is Isa Torres. She had 14 straight hits, okay?
Oh.
14 straight hits. Now, I don't care if you're playing T-ball,
right,
underhand, softball, whatever you're playing. You got 14 straight hits, and it's even better than that. And in her little streak, she was 27 for 30.
Yeah.
Now, if you do the math.
It's called being in the zone there.
Yeah, I was a history teacher, but I can do that math. That's 90%. So you got a 90, your batting average is 900, okay? And she's hitting on the season, she's hitting 662.
Wow.
So obviously she's doing some really good things. Okay, now I want to get to the kind of negative part. We talked about this a couple weeks ago when it happened. You know, it was like, well, you know, Florida State's going to get in the ACC tournament. They beat Cal, and then they got a chance to play Duke. Could have beat them. They played extremely well.
Matched up really well with them. Looked really good.
And lost by a point. And then we kind of sarcastically, so I did, because I was the one talking about it, said, okay, now are they going to do like football did a couple years ago and bail out and say, well, you know, if we don't get what we want, we're just going to take our ball and go home. And that's exactly what happened. So, and I don't know, what I'm about to say, this would make more sense if, you want to not crinkle that when I'm talking?
Sorry.
You can resume class now.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Bueller.
The class clown is
Bueller.
Terrence.
Bueller. All right, so anyway, where was I? Oh, supposedly the seniors, I'm doing air quotes now, the seniors voted and said, if we don't win, there's 6 seniors, we don't want to go any consolation tournament. Now, I was a player and a coach for a long time. That wouldn't be so bad if they did it before the game.
Right.
If they said that before the game, okay, that's just the conditions we're going to play Duke on. We beat Duke, whatever. But if they did that after the game, and you have six players controlling the fortunes of your whole program, because it's not just you didn't get what you want and now you're taking your toys and going home. You got the coaches affected, all the other players are affected, the
fans,
everybody.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the timing on that was, but this is just me talking. This is my opinion. That's what we talk about on here. This to me is like when Florida State bailed on that bowl game when they didn't get the one, and they had like 40 guys opt out, and they got curb stomped by Georgia.
Yeah.
It's just like.
And they haven't been sent the right ever since.
To me, this is like, God, guys, you're setting the wrong example. You got the wrong mindset. This is just me now. This is the wrong mindset. You want your team to come bounce back and have people support you. And when you have a chance to play on, like Auburn is doing, Auburn did just the opposite, and they're doing very well.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to care that it's the NIT. Hey, you won 20-something games. You won the NIT. Yeah, good for you, Coach Pearl.
You have to play.
Yeah.
You play.
And the thing about Florida State, they were playing their best basketball this time of year. They were really rough at the beginning of the year, but when they were hitting their stride, you would think they want to extend that out. The coach wants to, extend that out, learn some more things, develop some more players.
I agree.
I didn't agree with that because Florida State has a first-year coach. He struggled at first, but they were hitting their stride. I thought they should have played and extended that season out and just throw your hat in the ring, see what you can do. Win the NIT. Now you have something to celebrate for the year. That's a little, feather in your cap for the team, and you can build recruiting off of that and say, hey, man, we weren't maybe the best team in the country, but we improved every year.
Right.
Come to Florida State, you're going to improve, and we're going to play for big games. So
right.
I was disappointed they didn't play because they were actually really playing well.
Why would the coach give them that option? He's the coach that we get an opportunity to go keep playing. We're going to go do it.
That's the way of the land nowadays. I mean,
well, that's right. They can control it.
Auburn did the same thing. They just voted to play.
One of their players said he wasn't playing. He quit.
Yeah.
Didn't do it. The other ones did, and they're going to hopefully now they'll get to their 20th win.
One of Auburn's players quit?
Yeah. He said he wasn't playing it.
I don't get it. I just don't.
If you're getting paid $1 million or even $500,000, you should play. I mean,
I don't care if you get paid or not. You should play. You got a game scheduled. Go play it.
Well, I can understand if you're an NBA prospect and you didn't want to get hurt. I can understand that. I didn't like it, but if you're getting paid $500,000, and most of these guys, because basketball rosters are made up about 13 to 15 guys, so they're able to make more money per person. Play the game, man. You're making the money. If you get hurt, you got $500,000 in the bank.
I was just really. We kind of jokingly said, "Well, they probably won't play," and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
It's like I was disappointed. It's like. That just sends the wrong message.
I think that we might be seeing the end of some of these secondary tournaments because there's so much roster turnover every year with the portal and NIL. You're not really developing your team for next year. You might be developing guys to go somewhere else and play other places. So
program.
That could be a factor in some of these decisions too. So
another thing they did, I just don't understand. Florida State is the going around visiting with all the booster clubs in the state with your head football coach like you do every year. And I get it. Tommy was like, they were probably trying to, and there are a lot of people probably not that happy with the athletic director also, so he's probably protecting the coach. Maybe they're protecting one another. But I think you still got to go out there and do that and try to win them back over instead of just not showing up. That's just me.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago when I saw that, I thought the same thing. It's like, that's a bad look right there. You've done this forever. I mean, what coach doesn't go travel around the state in whatever his state is and try to whip up support? Everybody does that. Why would you choose to not do that?
I think at one time, Urban Meyer, I think it was Urban, maybe it was Steve Spurgeon. No, I think it was Urban. I could be wrong. At Florida, he wanted to cut down the number of times or number of places he was having to go to. I could be wrong on that.
That probably was because he wanted people to come to campus. So he developed Friday Night Lights where they did invitation only. They sent out invitations to the top 300 players in the country. They had teams come in, coaches come in. So they wanted to bring them in to Florida. Urban always said, I want to meet you face to face. I want a guy
this was with boosters, though.
That's totally different, yeah.
But, I mean, I kind of get that. You're away traveling and recruiting. You go through spring ball, and then when that's over, you kind of want to break. But no, they send you on the road like everybody does and always has. They send you all out there to meet with the Booster Club to draw interest and to draw money.
But didn't they
that's part of the job.
Did they already say there's not going to be a spring game meet too?
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah.
The spring game.
That's a good big recruiting tool. I don't get that either. I mean, Florida State needs every opportunity to get better. I mean,
this is a big year for him.
It just doesn't make sense. I was just sitting here thinking as you two were talking, basketball, go back to men's basketball for a second, they finally kind of got the momentum going in the right direction. Yeah, we played Duke really well. Everybody knows Duke. We should have beat them. Yeah, we had a chance to beat them. You know what we're going to do now that we got things going in the right direction? We're gonna quit playing.
Yeah.
You're talking about pouring water on the fire.
Right.
Are you kidding?
Everything's good now.
Yeah, the positive note was
we're playing good, but
close loss.
Yeah.
Close loss.
That's the
we
standard.
We didn't mean
now.
it. Our toes are crossed. We didn't mean it.
I'll be honest. Florida State just seems like a mess from an athletic department standpoint. I mean, the decisions they're making to me don't make any sense. Like not having a spring game, that's a huge recruiting tool. It's an opportunity to get better. You have a brand new roster. This is probably Mike Norvell's last chance to save his job.
I mean, so.
You lose another 8-7 games. I don't see how you retain them unless you just don't care about football anymore. And the farther you go down that rabbit hole, the worse it's going to get.
Well, I tell you, rabbit hole you want to go down. And that's what TK Vandy Roofing and General Contractor.
Yeah, where's our boy been?
He'll be back with us. He'll be back in town Monday. He's
Nice.
been busy, boy. He's been busy. But he'll be back hopefully next Friday. I think we'll get him here. I was hoping this Friday, but probably next Friday.
He doesn't have anything to do with that Iran stuff. He's been gone.
He's in a top secret mission. We can't talk about it.
He might be on a mission from God. You don't know.
You
Get
never
a
know.
couple of roofing jobs out of that.
That's right.
They get a lot of them out of that.
Got a lot of roofing jobs.
Anyway, you want not only just do roofing, they can design, build anything, commercial, residential. They can do it all. They are great, wonderful family here. His dad, mom, legendary people. The kids have done really well. But Vandy Roofing and General Contracting, you want something built, need a roof, that's where you want to go with. Turpro Pest Control. Patrick, the hardest working guy out there. He was out there after the show working his tail off. He was in our yard also spraying yesterday. Saw his truck all over Bay Point yesterday. Yeah, you got bugs in the yard eating it up. You got bugs in the house. Got spiders. You got this. You got that. ToPro Pest Control come out there and make them go away for good. They can also have your yard looking like a golf course. Also, Steve's Bike Shop on 23rd Street. Electrical bikes are taking over. I can't believe how many we got in Bay Point. Little kids driving them too. I'm like, man, get a helmet on. But I tell you what, Steve's got the old-fashioned bikes. He got electrical. If you got a bike that you're having problems with the tires staying pumped up like most of you do when you buy those cheap ones, take it over to Steve's Bike Shop. He'll fix you up. The guy's incredible, new and used, and they'll deal with you right across the street from Sam's on 23rd Street. And my best buddy in the world, Jason Stevenson Air Conditioning. It's incredible. Jason Kovaleski used him, business and at home. Dr. Chad Mitchell, we do. The best investment we ever made was going with Stevenson Air Conditioning. It'll be the best for you also. They're there for you anytime, day or night. Locals taking care of locals in the Panhandle of Florida. That's what Stevenson Air Conditioning does. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This just in. Get the latest sports news, scores, and updates from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Follow us on Facebook for exclusive content, behind-the-scenes action, live streams, and the chance to interact with your favorite hosts.
Stay connected. Stay connected. Stay connected.
Join the conversation on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Search for ESPN Northwest Florida and crush the follow button.
I follow you on social media.
We're always here to keep you in the game.
This is Anna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Tuesday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a moderate breeze out of the east-southeast. Some clouds and 74. Mostly clouds tonight, colder at 58, and a wind around 13 miles per hour coming out of the east. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and a gentle breeze right around 8 miles per hour with a high of 71. About the same at 73 Thursday, and we'll have sunshine. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Are you living with chronic pain, anxiety, or sleepless nights? You don't have to just get by. You deserve to thrive. At Thrive Alternative Medicine on Panama City Beach Parkway, Dr. Laughlin and counselor Suzanne Clark provide a compassionate path to relief, from medical marijuana card certifications to professional mental health counseling, managing conditions like PTSD, chronic pain, and the complexities of cancer. Book online at thrivealternativemedicine.com. thrivealternativemedicine.com. Find the relief you deserve. deserve.
Crawfish season is back, and the heat is on at Lone Star Boil House. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for delicious, mouth-watering Cajun crawfish, shrimp, buttery red royals, and everything crab. Plus, Lone Star Boil House is now serving liquor. Get crawfish 6 days a week, open to close. To-go crawfish also available at the front bar, and crush the follow on Facebook for frequent food and drink specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Bonafide and qualified.
Live and local from the J. Michael Studio.
Certified.
On the Sports Talk Monster. ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We're trying to Auburn playing NIT. You can listen to their game right here, 8 o'clock Wednesday, 104.3 ESPN. Auburn takes on Nevada. They get a win. That'll be their 20th win. We'll talk more about them in about 30 minutes, I guess. But let's talk right now about the cousins. You know, we all have families that we love. You have brothers and sisters that are really close. Some are not as close. Of course, you have your mother and father, grandparents, and then you have your cousins.
Cousin, you my cousin.
Cousins can be special. They can be a lot like you, or maybe not. I think I think we all have our favorite cousins. Jim, do you have a favorite cousin? I had a favorite cousin. Heck, most of them, some of them are gone now.
Yeah,
makes me sad. But what they did, and I thought one of them they knocked it out of the ballpark. They brought the cousins together. Best matching cousins from the Big Ten and SEC football. And I want you guys, you're Big Ten experts.
Who thinks that is
do you agree with these? Do you agree with what they come up with? I'll start with Nebraska, Tennessee. They're just, both of them been really good in the past. Go back to the history of college football. Tennessee was the second winningest team in the SEC at one time. I think they might still be. I'm not sure about that. And Nebraska, before they went to the Big Ten, was a powerhouse, national power.
Yeah, they were.
Then they joined the real conference. I do kind of see them being like that. I'm okay with that one.
It's pretty good, this comparison.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right. These other two, I don't know. Oregon and Florida. You got Oregon that's never won it. Now, tell me if I'm wrong. I don't think they've won a national championship.
No, I don't think so.
They get all the love. They're always up there recently. They got a wealthy, good fan base. I heard that stadium's hard to win at for a visiting team. Heard it's loud. Florida, you got the swamp. They have won national championships. They're both, well, one time Florida's big in the SEC. Hopefully they can get back. Do you agree with this one? They're cousins?
No. I think Florida Penn State would be more cousins.
There you go.
And I think
that's what I
Texas A&M and Oregon would be more cousins because they're very flashy offensively. They're kind of on the cusp of being elite, but they really haven't won anything. So to me, those two teams are more similar if you're talking about like cousins. And stuff
my
like
list, I had Florida and Penn State more. Great minds. Michigan State and Auburn. I kind of get this. In the state of Michigan, nationally is Michigan.
Right.
State of Alabama, nationally, don't get mad at me, it's kind of Alabama. And it's kind of the same thing. I get that one.
Yeah, that's a pretty good comparison.
A little bit. I think Auburn's had more success at the top level. They've won national championships.
Back in the
Michigan
60s,
State.
Michigan
State.
State.
Yeah. If you want to go back that far, I'm just talking about more recently. But, yeah, you can see the similarities based on what you're talking about.
This one I disagree with. I think LSU's a lot better program. They've won three coaches, last 3 out of 4 won national championship. They have Wisconsin and LSU cousins. That one I didn't get.
They're not even the same family.
Yeah,
totally different styles.
Yeah.
To me,
one of them's adopted.
One's thuggish, and you got one's not.
I think LSU and USC would be a good comparison. Really good offensive teams that have had success. Maybe not the best recently outside of the Joe Burrow year in 2019, but really good
LSU's
histories.
wild. LSU's wild.
USC is too. I mean, they've had some wild.
Well, I'm going
guys
back to Wisconsin, LSU. That's not a good cousin. They're like you said, that's no family. LSU's wild. I think Wisconsin's kind of tamed a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that one, no. Oregon, Florida, no. All right, Penn State Texas A&M. Penn State, Texas A&M. No, I like Florida.
I'm gonna give my 10 cents on Texas A&M. Okay, to me, they're the most overhyped program in college football. The last time they won a national championship, I've said it's like a bazillion times, is 1939.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not trying to be ugly. That's just facts.
Yeah.
Do they spend a lot of money? Yes. Do they have a great stadium? Yes. Do they have great facilities? Yes. Do they win? No.
Really,
I'm just
when
saying.
you say that, though, it's kind of like Penn State, because I was like,
yeah,
I had a look, idiot I was. I thought they had a shot to do something special this year, but we're gonna say yes or no.
No, I think like A&M and Oregon are more of a comparison.
All right, we got to go quick. Northwestern Virginia, who cares?
Yep.
Yeah. Indiana, Kentucky. I say yes because of basketball.
Possibly, but
football.
Indiana. And
oh, wait a minute, football. Man.
Kentucky, up until the last 2 years, Kentucky was better than Indiana in football.
Yeah, everybody in the country was.
Yeah, everybody was better than them.
But so we can't really.
I see that comparison because of the football first schools.
I'm gonna say yes.
Both basketball
Indiana
schools.
did catch lightning in a bottle with Signetti, so that's
all right. They have USC and Texas. USC and Texas. You say no. I'm going to agree with them. Both huge names.
I don't disagree with that. I think there's multiple teams you could match up in some areas.
I'm going to go okay that one. I'm going to overrule you on that one. Sorry. Rutgers, Missouri.
Who cares?
I got Missouri shirt on. Sorry, Bill. This one, yeah, I don't know. I'd probably think Minnesota maybe better. Well, if you go to the history, I guess. Well, Minnesota used to be really good way back in the day, too. They got Minnesota and Arkansas. Arkansas has won a championship back in the 60s. They've been good before.
With Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
When he played. When
Yeah.
he played there.
With
As a player.
the owner, too, Jerry Jones.
Jerry
Jones.
Yeah. Frank Bulls, I think, was the coach.
Yep.
What do you think? Are they similar?
Yeah.
Rowboat? Go down and hang
They've
at
had some
Walmart?
success. They're not elite teams by any stretch of the imagination, but those are teams you don't want to see on a Saturday before playing a big-time opponent.
Maryland, South Carolina.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Purdue, Mississippi State.
Who cares?
Sorry, Brian. Iowa, Oklahoma. No. Iowa's good. You got to get that man credit. He's the winningest coach in Big Ten history. They get no respect.
But they're not Oklahoma.
No.
Not historically.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma deserves a better cousin than Big Ten.
I think Oklahoma and Michigan would be
They
a good
deserve a
comparison.
better cousin than that.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah.
Cousin.
Illinois and Ole Miss.
Not a terrible comparison.
Ole Miss has won national championship back in the 60s.
And they just played for one, at least with the Final Four.
I don't know.
Not a bad comparison.
All right. How much time we got?
We've got about 3 minutes.
All right. The best two, I think they got it right. We'll start with the kissing cousins right here. Michigan, Georgia. Two blue bloods. Georgia's been better recently, but Georgia won 2 in a row. Then Michigan won the national championship. And Georgia didn't cheat for there, as far as you know.
Michigan has the better history with basketball, though, that Georgia just does not have.
No. But it's football now.
And they play a similar style. They're going to run the football, play really solid defense. So I could see that 100%.
Yeah.
Georgia's had more recent success with national championships with Kirby, but Michigan's one of the top programs.
I think
in
this was
college
done
football.
by CBS, I think. I could be wrong.
Not terrible.
All right, here's the last one. I agree with it 100%.
These two are connected.
This is what they said.
They might be brothers.
The two biggest names in all of college football. You look at the winningest percentage. Alabama used to be number 1. Now it's Ohio State. They're right there with just about everything. Woody Hayes, Bear Bryant, Urban Myers, Nick Saban. I think it's right. Ohio State, Alabama.
Yeah, that's hard. That one's hard to argue.
Yeah, they've had so much success. They're in it every year too.
Yeah.
I mean,
national champs, Rose Bowls, Sugar Bowls. I think they knocked out of the ballpark with that one. All right, let's talk about knocking out of the ballpark. We got some great people. You want a pool? Cox Pool's number 1. Not even close. Richard Cox is incredible. You want a great pool. You want your family to be happy. You want to sell your house. You got to have a pool in Florida. Get you a Cox Pool. You'll be glad you did. I'm telling you that right now. Also, don't forget about J. Michael's Restaurant, the best seafood, ice cold beer, the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. Go check it out. You'll be glad you did. I guarantee you that. Jason Kovaleski's with us this morning. Jason, Max Fitzhorse Nutrition, 2 great locations, Pier Park, 23rd Street. if you want to gain muscle mass, what can you? Oh, somebody bragged on something. It was who was talking to me about that in the gym. They said they went to your place and they got this chocolate protein shake or something, and they said that stuff, it tastes so good, it's unbelievable, but it's good for you.
Yeah, Intech Evolution is our best protein. It's probably one of the best proteins out there, and with protein prices going through the roof, it's still affordable, it's still good quality, but they don't use any artificial colors or sweeteners. It's sweetened with stevia. They use a coconut creamer instead of soy. It's grass-fed, no sugar. Really good as a meal replacement or a post-workout recovery drink. So come down. We got a free sample bar where you can try our proteins, pre-workouts, amino acids before you buy them. So just come down to Pier Park North or in Del Coronado Village and try out our free sample bar.
And when you're heading that way, go by and see old Steve Bike Shop. You're on 23rd anyway. Get yourself a good bike. If you're getting up there in age, get you an electrical bike. Even though the young people are buying them left and right, they got new and used. Steve's Bike Shop. Steve Burshaw's a swim coach at Mosley. You can't get more local than that. They've been in business since 1979. We'll be right back. What you've been waiting on, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Be right back.
Have you ever wanted to reach out and smack someone?
You can't fix stupid, but you can divorce it.
The new Sports Blitz. Rants, hot takes, and huge reactions are incoming.
And on behalf of 70% of the Alabama fan base,
Feel the burn.
we want a damn divorce.
The Red 70s studio line.
You cannot give LSU extra opportunities.
850-215-6290. ESPN Northwest Florida.
He has not turned the ball over.
Get in the game.
This is Anna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Tuesday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a moderate breeze out of the east-southeast. Some clouds and 74. Mostly clouds tonight, colder at 58, and a wind around 13 miles per hour coming out of the east. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and a gentle breeze right around 8 miles per hour with a high of 71. About the same at 73 Thursday, and we'll have sunshine. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Tired of boring merch and want your brand to stand out like the big names? Elevate your look with Red 7 Tees. They don't just print shirts, they create bold identities. They are a veteran-owned custom apparel shop providing the kind of detail that turns heads, using high-quality digital printing and embroidery to give you that unique style you love with no minimums or cookie-cutter designs. From small business to sports teams, if you've got a vision, they'll help you wear it proudly. Visit red7tees.com.
Ask for special ESPN Northwest Florida pricing.
WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. ESPN Northwest Florida.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
He's the sexiest man on the planet.
Live and local from the J. Michael Studio on the Sports Talk Monster. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Roll Tide, roll. Alabama update. Brought to you by the one and only Stevenson Air Conditioners, local taking care of locals throughout the Panama, Florida. That's what you get when you go to Stevenson Air Conditioning. They are incredible. Now my computer just screwed up. Damn. All right, Alabama. Let's get back to Stevenson Air Conditioning. The most honest, hard-working guy out there. Their trucks throughout Bay Point, all over Bay County, Panama, Florida. You want somebody to come in that's going to be honest, not going to try to take every penny out of your pocket. When they tell you you're going to be there, they're there on time. That's what you want to do. You go Stevenson Air Conditioning. You'll be glad you did. I guarantee you that. All right, let's get into Alabama. Alabama football, they're back at it with spring football. But let's talk about Alabama basketball right now. Alabama head coach Nate Oates now has the most NCAA tournament wins in Alabama basketball history. He's had 13 tournament wins, which is the record at the University of Alabama. He has done an incredible job. Does he do whatever it takes? I think he does. Do you need a player? He's played professionally, but you need him. You go get him. Yeah, you do.
Do you have one dealing dope out of his room?
He the man's trying. Hey, he started a business. He's trying to be successful.
He's a young entrepreneur.
It's all about your future at Alabama. Okay, it's about development.
What if they're involved in a murder? No comment.
No,
Need we go on?
We're not going to talk about that right now. But anyway, Nate Oates has done a great job. Now, I've heard people say things negatively about him. Do you see negative things about him? I think he does a good job. I think he's a good person. He wants to win. Does he turn?
You know, it's so easy now, and I do it, especially if it's Alabama. I do it all the time because it's Alabama. That's my job. It's easy to pick on people because it's changed so much, and you, as an outsider, you don't know what the pressure those coaches are under. They have to tolerate a lot of crap that they probably don't, if they had their choice, wouldn't put up with. You know, it's just like that guy signing. Well, I played in the NBA for 3 years. Can I come back to Alabama now?
I want my degree.
Yeah, I'm searching.
That's
for my,
what it was all about, to help him graduate, not to help the team.
Yeah,
it's easy to it's easy to pick at coaches like that, but I don't know. I think he does a good job.
These guys are making $4-6 million a year. That's their livelihood. They're going to play the best players. If he doesn't play that player, they get kicked out of the first round. His job's on the line. So I understand it. There's a lot of pressure for these guys. That's life-changing money for a basketball coach.
When the commissioner wanted them to go out and the SEC to get good in basketball, they saw the money that be made, and they did. All the teams went out and made some changes. They brought coaches in. I think Alabama knocked out of the ballpark. He's done what he's supposed to do, win ball games. That's what you're hired to do.
Like Calipari at Arkansas.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to see some movement this year. A North Carolina job might open, so we might see some of these names pop up for some bigger jobs, and we're really going to see how the college basketball world views some of these coaches. Kansas might open up. I really think Bill Self is just tired of the NIL area. Dare Peterson, their number one player, played half the games this year. They fought with him all year. So there's been rumors that he may be moving on. But UNC may open up. Kansas may open up. And some of these big-name coaches, Todd Golden, they're going to get some looks.
Yep. All right, Alabama versus Michigan, 6:35 Central Time, the Sweet 16. Alabama, listen to this. Alabama opened as a 10.5-point underdog to Michigan. Bet MGM and Caesar Sports bookings, the widest margin of any of the 8 games. That's the biggest margin right there, 10.5. Alabama Final Four odds from the Bet MGM, they're plus 1,200. The second long shot, the only one worse than them is Texas. They're plus 1,700. Alabama is plus 10,000 to win the national championship, the worst except for Texas. Texas at plus 25,000 to win the national championship. So you're saying there's a shot. To make the Elite Eight, Alabama's plus 400. Michigan record 33-3. Nate Oates said Michigan is the most dominant team in the country. Michigan, he also bragged on Duke and some of the other ones, but he said Michigan is the most dominant team in the country. Is he right? Is he wrong? Or is that coach talk?
No, I don't think he's wrong. Alabama's got a shot. If you listen to me at all, I get really not worked up, but I get tired of the 3-point mania. Okay? But in Alabama's situation, that's their best shot.
Yeah.
Because they score a ton of points. They do. They shoot a ton of threes. And if they get hot, they got a shot to beat Michigan. Now, it might be 110 to 100.
Yeah.
Right. And nobody's going to stop anybody. But they have a shot. But if they don't hit threes, it'll be ugly.
Didn't Michigan have those two big old guys?
They got some really big guys.
Are they good?
Supers.
Are they good at getting out and covering out wide or staying underneath the basket?
They're
what's the
athletic.
matchup? Is Bama got a shot with that matchup?
They got to play really good defense, which is not their forte. They like to run the ball and score in the
They play
hundreds.
good defense against Texas Tech.
They have to implement their style. If Michigan makes this a half-court game where they set up their defense and Alabama's got to run sets against that set defense, it's going to be really hard. They got a 7'3" kid that came from UCLA that's phenomenal, really good around the basket, really skilled. They got Yendel Axelford or something like that. I'm pronouncing his name wrong. That's a top 3 NBA pick that they bought to come back to the high school or to college. That would have been an NBA draft last year. That would have been a first-round pick. He's like 6'7", 6'8", really good wing player. Scored like 30 points in their last game.
Right.
They got a good point guard that came from North Carolina, Cadeau. I mean, they got everything. Now, they did lose a player called L.J. Kaysen. That was their best bench player, so they're kind of thin on the bench right now. But the starting five, they're as good as anybody in the country, and they're big.
Yeah, they're real big.
I'm really looking forward to watching this game.
If Alabama speeds them up, they got a real good chance.
Yeah.
And they need to press. They need to get out. They need to run and make those bigs run the floor.
Well, he said that's the reason they play a tough schedule, non-conference. Hey, let's see if it works out. I think
if they're hitting shots, they really got a chance. If they're not, it could get ugly. That's just the
and the
key of
game
the game.
is played, I think, in Chicago. I want to think it's in Chicago. I think it's in Chicago. I think.
I will say this: there was a lot of home crowds in that last section of the game. If you watch the Nebraska game, they had a ton of fans there. The Iowa fans showed up against Florida, which was kind of shocking, being that that was in Tampa. But I think there's going to be a lot of Michigan fans there in Chicago. That's a Big Ten area, and I think they travel well, and this is a chance for them to win a national title.
Alabama has a good showing in Tampa, I thought.
Yeah,
I know it's not Alabama, but you said it made me think of it. How about Iowa playing Nebraska? You think there's going to be a crowd for that one?
They're going to argue over who has the best corn.
Yeah.
I mean,
all right.
I'm going to drive my combine home.
All right. Again, Alabama's basketball 6:35, and I want to say it's on either TNT or CBS. I can't remember now, but I'll try to get that for you tomorrow. But I think Alabama's got a shot.
But that Nebraska Vanderbilt game might have been the best game of the year. I mean, if you've seen that half-court shot, that thing went down and rattled around for like a second.
The Florida Iowa game was unbelievable. All right, I want to get to talk about football. This is, of course, the Alabama update, so we've got to talk a little bit about football. Not really spring practice, but I looked at something up. When you play the number one team in the country, who did the best in the top 10 in the country, in top 10, when your team played the number one team? Did you have a winning record, losing record? The top 10 in the country, we had a tie at number 10, 2 from the Big Ten. UCLA and Penn State both, when they played the number one team, AB team in the country, they've won 4 and lost 11. So it's hard to beat the number one team in the country.
This is football?
Yes.
Which is ironic because Franklin got fired for not winning the big games.
But still, 4 and 11.
That's good. I mean, you're playing the number one team in the country. You're not expected to win at all.
Auburn came at number 9. Auburn's a great football job. I don't care what anybody says. That's a great job. Auburn's 5 and 11 from playing the number one team in the country. Number 8, Texas Longhorns. They're 5 and 12 when playing the number one team in the country. Oklahoma is at number 7. They have 7 wins, 17 losses, and 2 ties when they play the number one team in the country. And this, like the whole list is from the Big Ten SEC except for maybe one. USC Trojans, the Big Ten, they're 7 wins, 13 losses when they play the number one team in the country. Purdue, they had an opportunity to play Ohio State, Michigan, and some other teams when they're ranked number 1, so they had a shot at it. Their record is 7 wins, 12 losses when playing the number one team in the country. I didn't realize that.
That's surprising.
Yeah. Number 4, the Ohio State Buckeyes. They're 7 and 11. Number 3, Notre Dame. 9 wins, 17 losses, 1 tie. Miami Hurricanes, number 2. 9 wins, 11 losses. And Alabama's number 1, playing the number one team in the country. They've won 11 and lost 7. So Bama is the king.
Really impressive.
Georgia is good as, well, this is before Kirby, but Georgia is 3 and 6 when they play the number one team in the country. Florida Gators, they're 3 and 16 when they play the number one team in the country in football. Tennessee, 2 and 11. FSU, 1 and 7. Now, when Bobby Bowden was there, they were usually number 1.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he had those losses to Miami, I think, that killed him. and they lost. I can't remember who.
Even Georgia was Kirby.
Probably Nebraska.
Alabama's been his biggest thorn in his side. So
yeah,
I mean,
hey, we were talking about Kirby the other day. Do you realize he's always recruiting just dominated with the 5 stars? You realize they only have one in the class of 2026, and I was talking to him about that. I said, you know what? It wouldn't surprise me. 2 more years, he's going to have another $27 million he's made. He could walk away anytime. He's made so much money, but he's still a young man. He could do TV. He can go to the NFL. But I'm telling you, when he used to winning and getting the great players, if he ever lost some games, and you look at Texas guys in the SEC, you can have a great receiver at Auburn. You can have a great quarterback somewhere. A
great running back.
DB, whatever. I think once you get really good, and if Texas wants you, they got the pocketbook to get what they want. Now you got LSU and Lane Kiffin spending $40 million on a roster. Texas, whatever they want to spend.
A&M.
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to see people stay in this game a long period of time unless they get these rules changed.
I think they got to change the rules. Kirby does it the right way, and I'm not talking about off-the-field issues. We all know about all that. But when you talk about recruits, bringing in high school recruits, they're not overpaying for high school recruits because I think that sends a bad message, too. They want to bring in kids that they can develop, that buy into the program. They have one of the lowest transfer rates of all college football teams. They bring in less transfers than anybody. So they like to bring in guys and home grow them, which I totally believe in. To be able to build a program and a culture, you need guys to be there multiple years, because if they're leaving left and right and bringing new guys in, how do you ever build a culture like that? So I do like what he does, but he's also going the Dabo route, and that didn't work very well. So we're going to see over the next 3-4 years, if we don't get these guardrails set up, what the correct philosophy is.
All right, let's talk about Stevenson Air Conditioning. They bring you the Alabama update. If you have any problem, the summer's going to be before you know it. And we'll probably, we're going to have another cold snap before it really gets hot. We always do. It might be in April, might be into March, but we're going to get one more. It doesn't matter if it's cold, doesn't matter if it's hot. You got to go with Stevenson Air Conditioning. If it breaks down anytime, call them. That's who you want to go with. Go with local. Go with Stevenson Air Conditioning. If you want to actually make the system you have now save you money and last longer, get it serviced twice a year by Stevenson Air Conditioning. Right before summer, right before winter. I guarantee you'll be glad you did it. Stevenson Air Conditioning, #1. Not even close. They are incredible. Some of the great people we have, I'm getting ready to talk about them in a second, but you want jewelry? You all need jewelry. You want to buy somebody a ring? You want to buy somebody a necklace, bracelet, whatever it is. You don't want to pay an arm and leg for it. I tell you where you want to go, where they'll work with you. They do incredible work. Russ, Amber, and Patrick down at David Adams. It's down on Highway 77 in Lynn Haven. Go check it out. I guarantee the best thing you've ever done. They are incredible. We bought so many stuff from them there, especially for Jamie and Julie. They never get me anything, but I always get them stuff. Glenn goes down there all the time. A lot of our people go down there and shop there. So should you. Once you deal with them, you'll be glad. You're going to know why everybody keeps going back. David Adams, Designer Jewelry. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
The Sports Blitz.
How did you like the Savannah Bananas? From what I've seen, it's a lot of men twerking with their clothes off, shaking their butts in those tight,
They keep their clothes on.
They got their shirts off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they take their shirts off. It looks like, to me, a baseball Magic Mike performance. I'm sorry.
The Sports Blitz.
Live and local, weekdays, 4 to 6.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Anna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Tuesday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a moderate breeze out of the east-southeast. Some clouds and 74. Mostly clouds tonight, colder at 58, and a wind around 13 miles per hour coming out of the east. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and a gentle breeze right around 8 miles per hour with a high of 71. About the same at 73 Thursday, and we'll have sunshine. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Looking for the most romantic night out in Panama City? Ferrucci Ristorante is your destination for authentic Italian cuisine and unforgettable moments. The candlelight, the wine, the homemade pasta. It's like a little slice of Italy. From handcrafted sauces to centuries-old recipes, Ferrucci brings true Italian flavor to every plate. It's where love stories begin and anniversaries are celebrated. To reserve your table, call 850-913-9131. Ferrucci Ristorante, Panama City's most romantic escape.
Your goals matter, and at Anytime Fitness Panama City, they're ready to help you crush them. With expert coaching, personal training, and virtual workouts through the Anytime Fitness app, you'll have all the support you need inside the club and beyond. Limited time only. Join today for just $1 down and start your fitness journey now. Don't wait. Visit 107 West 23rd Street, Suite W8, or call 850-818-8184. Anytime Fitness. Let's make healthy happen.
And here we go.
The #1 SEC call-in show is now twice as big. The Paul Feinbaum Show. Weekday evening 6 to 10. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Whoa! Eagle! That's a great fight song, no doubt. Auburn update. Get out to Beef Braze in Lynn Haven. Go by and say hello to the City Commissioner of Lynn Haven, Pat Purno. The guy is incredible. He's still shopping out at Max Fit Sports Nutrition, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, we see him every week or 2 weeks. He comes up and re-ups, and
He's looking
looks
good.
great. Yeah, it feels great.
Hey, you can make it happen. Where are you located?
On 23rd Street, Del Coronado Village, Pier Park North, next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
And where is Beef Braze in Lynn Haven?
Right there on 77.
77, baby. You want some great food. You want to be treated like family. You talking about cousins? You talking about family? That's where you want to go. Watch all these sweet games, Sweet 16, whatever the hell it's called. Go watch all the basketball games down there. You will have a great time. Watch the baseball games. Watch anything down there.
I said this was the highest rated tournament up through the first 2 weeks in history. So
yeah, everything's coming back, seems like.
In college.
Beef Braze, Lynn Haven. Seriously, when they walk in there, they all, I don't know, I think he trains them that way because he's really highly intelligent, Pat is. Great person. He knows how you want to be treated. They always have a smile on their face. They're always good to you. No one's ever rude, but the food's really good. I mean, it's a great combination. TV's everywhere. Beef Braze, Lynn Haven. Get out there and have a great time. Tell them Coach sent you. All right, Auburn, basketball now. We talked about FSU. They chose not to play in the NIT. Auburn did. They got 2 wins. At the time they made the choice to go play, I think their record was either 16-16 or 17-16. I think it was 17-16. Now I think they're up to 19 wins, 19-16, which sounds a lot better. Even if they go 19-17, that's a lot better than 17-16. But I think they're going to win. I think they get to put themselves in a position to win another ball game. They got 2 extra home games, which brought in money, which brought in exposure. It helps the coach. I think it helped their head coach by keep playing, getting 2 more wins, maybe take a lot of the heat off him somewhat. They finished the SEC record 7-11 SEC play, not very good for Auburn. Their home record, not good for Auburn standards, 13-4, still was good. Road, they were not very good on the road. They were 2-8. Neutral sites, they were 4-4. Auburn will play Nevada Wednesday at 8 o'clock on ESPN2. So you can listen to it right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida with Andy Bertram. Andy will be on with us Wednesday talking about that. And then that will be it for him this year. We get back into football. He comes on during baseball. Comes on during football and basketball, not baseball. Now, Auburn beat Seattle Sunday 91-85. Watched that game. They look good. They played really well at home. Last 2 games there, they played really well. Auburn beat Nevada. No, they have to beat Nevada to get to that 20-win mark. And I talked about how important it is, I think, in basketball to get that number 20. Now, in the old days, you played 20 games, you probably could save your job. I don't think that's the case anymore.
No, probably not.
Yeah. But I don't understand FSU. Auburn did it. They're getting to practice, they're getting to play, and they're winning, they're making money. Florida State choose not to play. They didn't have the opportunity to make the money at home. I wonder if they regret that.
This is just me. We talked about this before. I would sure think so. It just doesn't affect the 6 seniors like I was talking about. To me, it's just kind of selfish. You know, you're affecting a lot of people, not just you 6 because you're disappointed and you don't want to play anymore. We got nothing to play for. Yeah, you do. Either you're competitive or you're not. To me, this is just me. If I'm like a scout and I know talent wins out over everything, but you got to put a question mark by guys who had a chance to participate.
Character, baby.
And just backed out. No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And all those guys aren't going to the NBA, so that was their last game. Yeah. I mean, and you chose just to take it to the house when you were playing your best basketball. So
that's the reason I like what Auburn did.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree
100%.
Now, one of their players, I'm not even going to mention his name, one of them didn't do it. Hey, you know what? Too bad. And guess what? Since he hadn't been there, they won 2 games. Hopefully, I think they're going to win. I got it right now.
So how many games do they have to win before they win the NIT?
I think 2 more.
I think so. And I think, was this game played in New York or is it at Auburn?
I'd have to check real quick.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Spread's 9.5. Auburn is favored.
Auburn will win.
Yeah.
I think it might be in New York. I think they might be up
the finals used to be in Madison Square Garden way back in the day.
Is it in Auburn? Then they go to New York. They win this one.
It'll be in Indianapolis. They moved it from Madison Square Garden to
Wow.
Indianapolis.
There you go.
I did not know that. I did not know that. Wow. Because that used to be a big deal up in New York.
Oh, I find it a huge disappointment that they moved it from Madison Square Garden to
that was a tradition.
Whatever field house it is in Indiana. It's like you're taking these kids because let's face it, these tournaments are for the kids. You're taking them instead of going to like the Big Apple, like the center of entertainment of the world, and you go to Indiana instead.
Yeah.
Well, Indiana.
Well, but you got to remember now, this day and time, you could probably live and not get killed or murdered.
Yeah, and not get taxed
in New York. Yeah, or not
you
get
might
taxed.
lose half your.
But no, I didn't even know. I'm glad you told me. I didn't even know that. I should have known it, but I didn't. All right, I want to get into Auburn football. Spring practice is getting cranked up. I feel good about the future of Auburn. I always do. Auburn football was a bottom feeder at best on the football field in 2025. Head coach was fired. Auburn, listen to this. Auburn reported $59.4 million in expenses in football. Almost $60 million, okay? Which is around 8th in the SEC, about in the middle.
That's small.
In the middle in the SEC. Now, they didn't report Vandy. Vandy's not a public school, so they couldn't get the information on it. So out of the 15, they were number 8, but around the middle. I don't know where Vandy was at. Auburn went 5-7. So for every win, it cost Auburn $11,880,000 for each win. Almost $12 million for a win, okay? Freeze was fired after 9 games. It just didn't work out. Was it the golf outing? Was it him being sick, fighting prostate cancer? We don't know what happened. The offense was not a very
no
good.
Quarterback.
You go back to Auburn's problems the last 4 or 5 years. It's all on the offense side of the ball. They didn't get the right quarterback. They didn't develop a quarterback. They couldn't score enough points. Defensively, they were good enough to win ball games. This year, I think they got the defense coordinator back. Defense is going to be pretty good, I think. And I think they've got the answer for the offense. I watched this guy when he was OC at Tennessee. I watched what he did as South Florida's head coach. I like his schemes. He's bringing his quarterbacks, a lot of his players.
His quarterback is really good.
Yeah, really good. I think Auburn is going to be good this year. But go back to 2025 when you're spending almost $12 million for a win. That's not very good. Alabama, let's look at Bama, their big rival. Alabama led the SEC in football spending. $82.9 million on football they spent. They won 11 games. You know what they got for their 11 wins?
A beat down by Indiana.
Thank you for that.
Taken to the house?
They spent $7,536,363 for each win. About $7.5 million for a win.
Yeah.
Auburn, almost 12. Is this crazy?
Absolutely. It's insane. This was an amateur sport 10 years ago.
The amount of money they spent. And then what's even more crazier, the amount of money they bring in.
Yeah. That just proves that point.
It's incredible.
And what's funny is we were saying, oh, we need to pay the players. We're making so much money. But they don't actually pay the players. It's the fans. It's the boosters. It's the collective. Yeah. So they're still raking in all this money. They've never given it to – now, the revenue sharing, when that kicks in, that's a different story. But at the end of the day, the NIL is a scam. And
all right. Is Urban Meyer, Nick Saban, are they going to be able to get something to Trump, get him to sign an executive order? Will it matter? So even Trump said they'll sue us. We'll fight it, whatever. I don't know what we can do to – I don't know how we correct it. But if I'm the university – and like kind of Trump said, Everybody get in a room. Get the 4 major Power 4 conferences together and say, this is what we're going to do across the board. As a freshman, you're going to make X amount. Sophomore, more. Junior, a little bit more. Senior, you'll make the most. And that's it. You don't want to come play here? Don't. Why? How can they sue you if you got rules and you don't want to play by our rules? You're not coming here. Don't come here. But I don't understand what has happened.
Because they moved away from the amateur status. They weren't allowing kids to hold jobs. The NIL stuff was, a big deal.
Let them have jobs now.
They were using their name, image, likeness to sell jerseys. They were getting none of it. I understand that part of it. I think if you shut down the transfer portal and just allow them to transfer one time, then you won't see these huge payouts because, A, they're going to have to negotiate with the current team. And B, you're not going to have guys like Ole Miss calling Clemson guys, hey, we'll give you another $2 million if you just leave class right now. That's the stuff that really bothers me.
Or Texas, hey, come play running back for us.
Yeah, the Smothers
and the other
situation.
thing, this is kind of all tied together.
Yeah,
is allowing the NCAA allowing players to play for 7, 8, 9 years. To me, that's a total slap in the face. That's a joke. You got 18 years. For 9 years?
18-year-old playing against guys 25, 26.
The only chance for me to see this turn around and go in the right direction is if the SEC and Big Ten sit down and get on the same page and said, look, we're going to implement this or we're going to leave the NCAA. That's the only way I can see this done because Trump's right. They can implement all of the rules and sign whatever in the world. They're just going to get sued, and it's going to take it to the Supreme Court, and they're always going to side with labor laws and how unjust it is not to be able to pay these a fair market value. Right. So they lose every court battle.
Let me ask you this. I think the coaches are stupid. They have to do it, though, because the agents have gotten involved, parents have gotten involved, cousins, uncles, and everybody else getting a piece of that money. I don't think you should pay them a penny to come take a visit.
No.
Why would you know what? You want to come visit here? Come on. If you don't, okay, don't. We're not paying you to come visit. And all they have to do, every school and university, everybody in that conference goes, we're not paying for people to come take a visit.
But it only takes one school
to give
that's
in.
Desperate.
Yeah.
Texas Tech that has unlimited funds that wants a David Bailey or a Javon Kearse type of player and say, hey, man, we'll give you $50,000 if you just come in because they just want a shot to sell them on the school.
I think Coleman got, now I heard, I don't know it's true or not, got $50,000 to go visit
the
family.
Smothers kid because he was locked in Alabama. They paid him a big amount of money, probably $50 to $100,000 just to visit. They got him on campus, and the rest is history.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to get in control of this thing. But if you're an Auburn fan, we say it all the time. I thought Hugh Freeze would get it done. Auburn, it just blows my mind they've had 4 or 5 losing seasons. That's never happened when I was growing up. They're going to be good.
I'd be excited if I was an Auburn fan.
Auburn and Florida.
Their quarterback
I think both those teams are going to be good this year.
That quarterback is a really good quarterback, and that's been what's hurting them. Their defense is going to be good. I expect them to win the 8, maybe 9 games this year.
Well, I tell you what I expect, a great meal today at Beef Over Brazen, Linton Haven. That's what I expect, and I'm going to get it. You want to go and have a great time? Go see Pat Perno at Beef Over Brazen, Lynn Haven. You'll be glad you did. You're already down there. Go see Russ and Amber and Patrick. Get you some jewelry. You know what? Skin cancer can be deadly. We'll lost this weightlifting coach over at Houston. If it doesn't look right, doesn't feel right, go get it checked. Don't put it off. All it takes is 5 minutes. Put sun lotion on. Wear protective clothing. And listen to Dr. Ward tomorrow at 7:30. Also, you want a pool? The only place you need to go is Cox Pools. J. Michael's Restaurant. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
I got Auburn's schedule here, and you look at that.
They've got the heat, and we've got the call.
And he is toast. Swung on and missed.
With Chris Sale leading the charge and Spencer Strider bringing the fire back to the mound.
It is a 1-2-3 shutdown inning for Chris Sale.
The rotation is locked and loaded for 2026.
Struck him out. Went down and away with a nasty splitter.
Hear every masterpiece and every high heat save on your home for the Atlanta Braves. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
It's March, which means it's tournament time at Coin & Bullion Reserve's Fine Jewelry. Colored gemstones are making a fast break. Emeralds, sapphires, rubies. Select colored gemstones up to 80% off. Regular prices? Benched. This is your shot to score some serious sparkle. Only at Coin & Bullion Reserve's Fine Jewelry. Hurry in before the final buzzer.
Let your spring adventures begin in a brand new Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Stop by today and discover Kia and take a test drive. See all the new features that elevate any adventure. We've got new 2025 Kias on the lot, and the savings are big. Telluride, Sorrento, Sportage, Seltos, Soul, K4s, and K5s. Hurry because they won't last. Now offering 2.9% APR for up to 48 months on the purchase of a new 2025 Kia K4. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. Bill Bird Kia is the home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. See us at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. The road is yours.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 K4 with $2,209 per month per 1,000 financed at 48 months. Quantities limited. Cannot be combined with other finance offers. Not available on balloon financing. Not available on balloon financing. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers. Must take delivery from dealer stock through 3/31/26.
Looking to upgrade your truck? It's Blue Diamond Truck Accessories in Panama City. They sell, service, and install it all. Light kits, bed covers, bumpers, winches, lift kits, and any trailer hitch you can imagine. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, just west of Frankfurt Avenue on 15th Street. Find Blue Diamond Truck Accessories on Facebook or call 850-914-0265. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, 850-914-0265.
He doesn't always go the extra mile. But when he does, it's because he missed the exit. It's the Coach James Hale Show. Live and local inside the J. Michaels Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We all know the spring break is over. Be careful driving around town. All the kids going back and forth to school in the afternoons, going to school in the mornings. So be slow, be patient. Got a lot of people here with spring break. Treat them nicely, no matter if they act like idiots. Treat them good. Don't lose your cool. No road rage. And breaking news: all the construction on Back Beach Road will be over Monday. Y'all all three looked up when I said that. Anyway, let's get into it. I got the Big Ten experts in here. This was done by CBS. If you want to go make some bets now, are you brave enough to go bet money right now? It might be the smartest thing you ever did. It might be the stupidest thing you ever did. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know who's going to be injured, who's going to be arrested, or anything else. Illinois, over, under, at 7.5. This is who they say they're going to lose to, for sure. At Ohio State, Oregon, at UCLA, and Northwestern. They've got, CBS has Illinois 7.5. They say over. They got UAB, Duke, Southern Illinois, Purdue, Michigan State, Maryland, Nebraska, and Iowa. I like their coach. I believe in him. I'm going to say they're going to go over. I got over on Illinois.
I expect them to lose to Michigan State, and what was the last one?
Ohio State, Oregon, at UCLA.
Oh, UCLA. That's the other one. UCLA and
Northwestern.
Northwestern. They're not losing to them. I mean, Illinois is actually a decent program. I would say Michigan State would be a tougher game than either one of those. So I would go over, but that's probably a really good number for them coming in next year. A lot of these Big Ten teams are playing each other this year. Their schedules are not easy at all. They have some of the toughest
Ohio
schedules.
State's schedule is brutal.
Yeah.
What you got?
I'd go over on that.
Yeah, all three over. Okay. All right, let's go to Indiana, defending national champs. The maybe unbelievable story. They say 10.5. CBS has got them under 10.5. Now remember, 10.5, not 10. I kind of agree with them. Don't go nuts. I just think it's hard to keep winning like that. They got to replace the quarterback. And here's another reason: they're at Ohio State. They're at Washington. Now Washington doesn't scare me. Like, I don't think they're going to beat Ohio State. I just don't. What do you say, Jim Bob? We'll start with you. Do they get over 10.5 or under?
I would say they'll be under, just because they've had lightning in a bottle 2 years in a row. It's hard to keep it I mean, and I know he's a great coach, and they got a good program. I get all that, but I just think it's going to level out.
Listen to this though. You got North Texas, Howard.
Oh yeah, they got their schedule's
Kentucky,
ridiculous.
Northwestern, at Rutgers, at Nebraska, at Michigan, Minnesota, USC, Purdue, at Ohio State, at Washington. So the schedule, if they beat Ohio State, they're going to get it over. They're going to win 11. I say under. I'm going under. You say under?
Yeah.
I'm on under. I think Ohio State's a little bit better this year. Plus, them breaking in a new quarterback. You know, Mendoza was a stud for them last year and really pulled them out of some games. The Penn State game, national championship game. So I'm going to go under. I think they win 10.
All right, let's go to our new coach in the Blue Blood, one of the greatest football teams in history of all college football, the Michigan Wolverines. They got Michigan 8.5. The experts say under, new coach. They got Oklahoma. They got Indiana. I think both those games are at home. They're at Oregon, and they're at Ohio State. I'm going to go, and I want to say over. I want to go 9 wins. What do you guys think?
The ones you just rattled off, I think those are all L's.
They got Western Michigan, UTEP, Iowa, at Minnesota, Penn State, at Rutgers, Michigan State, UCLA. First year is your hardest year.
That gets them to 8 right there with those teams.
So you're going to go under?
I'm going to go over. They got the number 1 running back in the country coming in, paired with Jordan Marshall. They got some 5-star defense ends coming in. If they get anything better out of Bryce Underwood, they're going to be a legit contender in the Big Ten this year.
He plays a true freshman. Should be a lot better.
I think the biggest factor is no Sharon Moore is your head coach.
You got a legitimate coach.
Yeah, you got a real coach now. You don't have a clown
hard-nosed,
pretender.
Physical.
Over or under?
Over.
Everybody, okay. No,
To
experts
me-
saying under now.
To me, they're a real contender to make the playoffs this year. Last year they weren't.
I think they're going to get 9 wins. I'm going to go over. So all three are going to go against
I'd
the
say
experts. Okay. Over. James, you going over?
I'll go over.
Nebraska, 8 and their number is at 6.5. They got them going under the experts. Indiana, at Oregon, at Illinois, Ohio State, at Iowa.
Man, that's
5 losses.
That's a lot of losses right there.
If they couldn't win with Dylan Raiola, who was supposedly an elite quarterback, I'm not sure where they go from there. I'm going to go under. I just don't believe in Nebraska. I always get these high expectations.
What's the number, 6.5?
They just fall
6.5.
flat.
Yeah, that's really low for Nebraska. I'm going to go over.
You going over?
Yeah.
You going under?
I'm going under.
I'll go with the under on that one.
Under?
I think it's 6.
Well, that's to me. That's 5 losses there.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm going to go under. So Jim says over. We got 2. Okay. All right, let's go to the team that has a shot to win it all, Ohio State. But I'm going to pull their schedule up every game. It's not like it's been.
It's good.
Hell, I just lost it.
It's challenging.
They're over under. If you get it before I do, let me know.
It's 9.5, I believe. And then,
I got the schedule here. If you
yeah, I
need.
did
Yeah,
too.
all right, here it is right here. 9.5. James, go to the schedule.
All right, they will open against Ball State at home, at Texas, at home at Kent State, home Illinois, at Iowa, home Maryland, at Indiana, at USC, home Oregon, home Northwestern, at Nebraska, and they close the season out at home Michigan.
They're 9.5. I'm going to go over.
I'll go over.
Yeah, over.
I'm going to go over. I think it's a tough schedule, but when's the last time Ohio State won 9 games and not won 10?
Right.
I mean, and they got the probably best player in college football with Jeremiah Smith coming back and an experienced quarterback. They got a really good offensive coordinator coming from the NFL that's going to kind of stabilize the run game. So Matt Patricia got re-signed. I think they're in a really good spot. I do see them losing a game or two just because that schedule's brutal, but they still have a lot of talent up there.
And remember, the last time they won the national championship, they lost 2 games in the regular season.
Yeah.
And then destroyed.
The Michigan game is going to decide whether they get over or under.
Right, I'm with you on that. And I think this is going to be a tough game.
For
I
sure.
really do think it's going to be a tough game.
Whittingham's not an easy out at any level.
Let's go to Oregon. They got them at 10.5 over, under. The experts say over. Everybody loves them. Everybody loves Oregon. Boise State, at Oklahoma State, Portland State,
3-0.
at USC, UCLA at home, Nebraska at home, at Illinois, Northwestern, Michigan, Michigan State, Washington. They have them losing one game.
They got the easiest
to
schedule
Ohio State
out of all the top teams. That's why they're getting so much love. If they played Indiana and some of these other teams that are a little bit better, I may go over just on their schedule.
10.5.
Yeah, but who's going to beat them? I don't know if Michigan beats them, they go under. But I mean,
USC could.
Yeah, they haven't in a long time.
Michigan.
That's the only two teams that really can threaten them.
You going over or under?
I'll go over.
Okay.
Over.
They're the regular season warriors.
I was going to say they play really good in the regular season. When they get in the playoffs, they get beat down.
Playoffs is their
All right,
issue.
we all got over. Okay, I don't feel good about that. Penn State Nittany Lions with a brand new football coach, brought a lot of players in with him from Iowa State. God. You got their schedule, James?
I got it right here.
Call it out.
All right, they will begin the season against Marshall, at Temple, home against Buffalo, home Wisconsin, at Northwestern, home USC, at Michigan, home Purdue, at Washington, home Minnesota, home Rutgers, and at Maryland.
The expert, 9.5. They got them losing to USC, Michigan, at Washington. At Michigan, at Washington, USC. They got them losing those three. What do you think, guys? Over, under?
What's their number, 9?
9.5.
I would say over.
I'm going to go under. New coach, just trying to get his feet under him. I like 9 more than 9.5, but they don't like pushes.
I'm going to go under.
I'm going to go under too. I think he's a great coach, but you got to get some more players in there. They lost a lot to the transfer portal. It's going to be hard to implement a system with all the new players and new quarterback, new everything. I know he's got experience with his coach, but this is the Big Ten, not the Big 12.
We get back, we're going to look at USC and Washington, and that will take us through the Big Ten update today. Let's talk about some of our wonderful people. Kyle Vandergriff is incredible. The family's unbelievable. Legendary families. Dad was Don's coach over there, seemed like forever at Jinx. His mother, unbelievable. Deputy superintendent. Should have been superintendent. She is an incredible lady. Their kids are the same way. You want something built, it doesn't have to be a roof. They can build a whole building. They can build a school. He got government contracts, school board, you name it. He can do it all. TK Vandy Roofing and General Contract. They design it, they build it, commercial, residential. They're number one. Also, Turf Pro Pest Control. Listen to Patrick every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. You want that yard looking like a golf course? They can make it happen. Turf Pro Pest Control, number one. Locals taking care of locals. His daughter's a beautiful cheerleader. Ed Mosey's son's on this bass team or the fishing team.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Also, Steve's Bike Shop, swim team. You know about local swim coach over at Mosley High School. Steve's Bike Shop on 23rd. Steve is an air conditioner number one. Not even close. Get out to Newbies, have a great time. Max Fit Sports Nutrition. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
.3 ESPN Northwest Florida presents the madness of college basketball. 68 teams, 32 conference champions, but there can only be one. ESPN Northwest Florida is your exclusive radio home for the NCAA College Basketball Tournament.
This is Anna with ESPN Northwest Florida with your Tuesday's weather. This afternoon and evening there will be a moderate breeze out of the east-southeast, some clouds and 74. Mostly clouds tonight, colder at 58, and a wind around 13 miles per hour coming out of the east. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and a gentle breeze right around 8 miles per hour with a high of 71. About the same at 73 Thursday, and we'll have sunshine. This forecast is brought to you by Earthworks of Northwest Florida. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia and supplies, new and vintage cards, and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory, or visit online, instantReplaySportsCards.com.
The legendary Pepper's Mexican Grill and Cantina, home for the most popular drink specials in town and now on the beach. Enjoy 2-for-1 house margaritas and draft beer all day, every day. 10% off on Military Mondays, and Tuesdays kids eat free with an adult. Pepper's Mexican Grill and Cantina, now with 2 locations. Back Beach next to Home Depot and Highway 77.
From the Vortex Springs to the Bear Paw Canoe Trail. From Shell Island to 30A. We're your home for live sports. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Oh, man. Welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Jim Brandt, Jason Kovaleski, Big James on the board as we talk Big Ten football. I'm not going to waste my time. Wisconsin. I want to talk about USC Trojans. Will Lincoln Riley be fired? Will he keep his job? What's going to happen with the Trojans this year? They've got them set at 8.5. CBS experts say that they will go over the 8.5. So they think maybe some good things going to happen. That a 9-win season, will that keep the people happy in L.A.? Probably not. 8.5 over. They got Oregon, Ohio State, at Indiana. That's their 3 losses. So they have them over. They got them going 9-3. Who else do they play? San Jose State. They've got Fresno State.
Fresno State, Louisiana are the out-of-conference games.
And who else? Rutgers, Washington, Penn State.
Rutgers, Oregon, Washington, Penn State, Wisconsin, Ohio State, Indiana, Maryland, and finish the season at UCLA.
They got a tough schedule. Imagine if Notre Dame was still in there.
Yeah. Well, he's smart. Notre Dame needed them more than he needed them, I think. And I don't blame him. You got to play 9 Big Ten games. I wouldn't play them.
Join a conference.
Yeah. Yeah. Instead of giving them whatever they want. I'm gonna say they're gonna go over. I'm gonna say they get 9.
They've had more influx of talent over the last 2 years than any other program. They were usually 10 to 15 in recruiting. They had the number 1 class overall. They got the number 1 player in the country, a very Bosa-like clone coming in, Luke Waffle, who's a stud defense end, 6'5", about 255. Everybody in the country wanted him. He garnered the most NIL outside quarterbacks this last year. So they got some defensive talent coming in. They stole a couple corners from Ohio State that were in Ohio. If they can coach at all on that side of the ball, and they just got Patterson from TCU, who's historically known as one of the great defense coordinators of the last 20 years. They're going to be really good. I don't know if it's going to be this year, but over the next 2-3 years, to me, they have the highest trajectory to really kind of make some playoffs and actually do some damage. You said something that brought right back to my attention, what the great state of Mississippi did because of college football. NIL, they don't want those guys to be taxed on that money like in the state of Florida. I think Arkansas has done it. Tennessee's done it. I don't see California doing it. Just me. I don't see California doing it. No.
Jim, what do you think? 9 wins, 8. What do you go?
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Over. James,
I'm
over.
going to go with the under on this one, actually. I see him kind of being around a 7 or 8.
Really? Okay. You got him under then.
Under.
8-5. Okay. I'm going to say that. If he doesn't do it this year, when's he going to do it?
It won't be after that, because if he goes wins 7 games, they might get rid of him. They've invested a lot of money into this roster, up there with LSU and Miami.
Let's look at Washington, the last one. Washington, they got Washington going 7.5. CBS has them over. I'll tell you who they have them losing to: at USC, at Nebraska, and at Oregon.
I don't see them losing to Nebraska. They got their quarterback back, which was a weird dynamic because he ended up saying he was leaving and was going to transfer out. Then they got him back in the fold. That may be a dynamic we should watch. But that kid's super talented. Jed Fish is one of the rising coaches in the country. I think Florida wanted him pretty bad. So I think they're going to be decent. I'll go over. I think they win 8.
You got 8?
Yeah, I go over. 7's kind of low. for Washington.
Help me, James.
I'll go over with 8.
You got the rest of the schedule?
Schedule would be Washington State, Utah State, Eastern Washington, Minnesota, USC, Iowa, Purdue, Nebraska, Penn State, Michigan State, Indiana, and close it out at Oregon.
All right. So everybody went over. Okay. So everybody's got them winning 8 games.
7's kind of low.
8 games. Okay. I don't know. Again, this was you can go bet on these things now if you'd like to. I would never do it right now. You don't know who's going to get hurt. You know who's going to be arrested. You know if they're going to transfer out. You don't know if the coach is going to be there. Too many. This is way too early for me to go bet money on it. Now, if you got money to throw away, or you think maybe you're just lucky.
Does Glenn Manley bet now? You know,
Glenn's at Vegas all the time. That's all he does.
Mr. Moneybags.
He is a better. That's all he does is bet. We got to call Big Nate. What's up, Big Daddy?
Hey, what's up there, Coach? How you doing?
I'm doing great. What are you doing, man?
I missed you guys. That whole week off, man, I was going through some serious withdrawals. I had to tap a band this morning, so.
Well, get used to it.
What are you guys talking USC and Washington, and that's my thing because I'm a West Coast guy, transported to Florida. God bless. Thank you for taking me in under such quick pretenses. But you're talking Washington and USC. Do we know when that scheduled game is in the season?
Washington will play USC Saturday, October 3rd at USC.
That's still fairly early in the season. They could steal that. I really think they could probably steal. I think Washington could beat USC on the road that early if they can get their stuff together. Now, there's things about Washington that you don't really know about because I follow them a lot closer than most people. And they've got a incredible offensive line this year. I mean, their offensive line is looking really good. And if we can get somebody like a Jonathan Coleman replacement, and I know they have him in there, we just need the right kind of run game. They're going to probably be running a lot like what the Seahawks did. Their defense is up and coming, in my opinion, but it should be solid enough to get the offense the opportunities. But their quarterback, as long as he shows up and wants to show himself off to the nation again, he could have a really good year. But I see them going to a bowl.
All right. Sounds good, man.
There you go.
Who's going to win the Big Ten? Who's going to do it?
Oh, man. There's so many good teams. How can I pick one?
Yeah.
You got to.
I mean,
will it be Indiana? Do you think it'll be Indiana again? No, I think it's going to be Ohio State. Indiana. I'm going to go with Ohio State.
I think it will be. I think Ohio State or Michigan, if Michigan can get hot again. But I don't think they have the talent this year.
They got that quarterback plays all those freshman games. I mean, plays a true freshman.
Right.
The running back, and that coach is good, man.
Yeah, you can never count them out. I mean, Big Blue's Big Blue for a reason. So.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, thank you. I appreciate you guys' time, and welcome back.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you, sir.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, how much time we got, Big James?
Oh, it looks like we have about 4 minutes.
Can we just? I got to go to the doctor. I got to get out of here.
We can just have
I got an appointment at 9. I'm gonna really have to run out of here quick. I did want to get this in today. I was looking at some, and I didn't know this. And this used to be such a big deal when we were growing up. It's kind of not anymore. They are counting playoffs as bowl game wins for the records, but most bowl game wins. Do y'all know who the coach is that has the most bowl games than anybody? College football history.
Probably Nick Saban.
No. He's old. This guy's really old.
Bobby Bowden?
No, he's not that old.
Bear Bryant?
He's still currently coaching?
No, he's dead.
Okay.
Lou Holtz?
No. Joe Paterno had 24 wins. Penn State. Wow. Bobby Bowden was number 2. Florida State, 22 wins. All have passed. Number 3, I thought was Bear Bryant. No. Nick Saban, 19. Number 4, Paul Bear Bryant, both from Alabama, 15. Number 5. Anybody have a clue who number 5 is?
Woody Hayes.
I have no idea.
You got the legendary Mac Brown, Ohio State, Texas, and North Carolina, and Tulane. Matt Brown has 14 bowl wins. That surprised me. And then all these prizes are tied at 6. Dabo, 12. Lou Holtz, 12. Gundy. I didn't know Gundy had 12. Osborne, 12. And Urban, 12. How many? Ask the computer how many. I thought Woody Hayes had more than that. But you remember, though, a long time, the Big Ten went to a bowl game, except for the champion, right?
Yeah, it's different rules.
What the hell? What were y'all thinking?
I think Woody is like 12 and 10, something like that.
Woody is 5 and 6 in bowl games.
That's because they didn't let him go play. If you didn't win the Big Ten championship, you didn't go.
Right.
Who was the Big Ten commissioner? A lot of money they could have been making.
Different system though, completely.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what we have. That number 6, and it blows my mind that Dabo Swinney is on the hot seat. What he has accomplished in his career is what have you done for me lately?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Even back when Coach Bryant had 2 bad years, they were on him pretty hard. You have 2 or 3 bad years, well, I guess it doesn't matter who you are; they're going to come after you.
It's the Signetti effect.
Yeah.
Win now, win.
Yeah. His stance on the transfer and all that doesn't help him.
No.
And like you say, when then you see Signetti going from James Madison and winning it in 2 years.
At Indiana.
At the worst program.
If Signetti can do it, how come you can't do it?
Yeah.
And he did that in the Big Ten at Indiana. That's like a movie. That has to be a movie.
Yeah, because they were in it last year before they won it. This year they did.
But the year before I didn't believe it. I thought it was a fluke. And then when they did this, when they won the Big Ten championship game, I said, "Wow."
This year when I figured that they were real was when they went to Oregon and beat them.
Yeah. Right.
It's like, ooh, that's pretty impressive.
You can say what you want. Hey, all you Bama fans, we don't know who to get. We want a big name. Guess what? He was there 4 years coaching for Nick Saban. 4 years, and we didn't get him.
Nobody's getting him.
Are you happy? Are you happy who you got?
He's in the perfect situation. They have no expectation. He could go 1-10 this year.
He's the Bear Bryant of Indiana.
Or you can have Golding back. Huh?
At least you get your running back.
All right, we're out. We'll see you guys tomorrow. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
The wait is over.
That is gone!
Catch Ronald Acuna Jr., Matt Olson, Austin Riley, and all the boys as the Atlanta Braves look to reclaim the